Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. So we went to the Ganj market today, and it would have made a really nice video, but I just wanted to enjoy the market. And just got me thinking, like, I've been experimenting a lot over this recent period, and I guess throughout, ever since starting these videos, just to let it evolve into what it needed to evolve into. And I like the idea of showcasing my life, but I don't want it to take over, which is why today just decided to enjoy the market. And it got very busy actually, but I think we definitely prefer the market at Le Vegan, which is tomorrow, so that'll be our last one. We've got a week here. And, I don't want to, sometimes I might wear glasses, sometimes I might not. Sometimes I might take pictures of my food, sometimes I might not, because I just don't want to be out. I don't want to have to remember to take pictures of everything that I eat, but I guess it would be nice to showcase the food, because that's one of my passions. And the idea of nonconformity company and LIFEMASTER is to be able to have the time to put in 2-3 hours, baking a chicken and making a broth and enjoying the food and passing that on, sharing those times with other people, with family members, and not having food as the last result, because health, that most important category, is there. So I want to showcase the different parts of the company and show how I'm embodying the LIFEMASTER philosophy, the nonconformity company philosophy. But I guess I just want to do that how I see fit on the day or around the time, and not have it regimented, because the whole idea of nonconformity company is not to just conform. If you're just doing the same thing, the same format, if I'm taking pictures of my breakfast, lunch and dinner and showing it in the same format every day, then it's just going to become repetitive, and I'm going to lose interest. Other people might not, but it's like, it has to be creative for me. I see business as art, and I see this channel as art. And the blending of the logical and the rhythmic side of the brains, the left and the right side of the brain. Business, a lot of people go about it just like, how much money can I make? Let's buy the cheapest thing and sell it for the most. And you just see so much tack around where people are doing that. And that's fine. If you're going to make a living doing that, I respect all business. But I just think there's room to be a little bit more creative and make it for you. There's a fantastic series on Netflix called Chef's Table, and I think it's episode 4 of season 1 was Francis Malman. That was one of my favorites. I've watched that so many times. But there was this other guy as well who had the best restaurant in the world, Alinea, I think it was called, in Chicago. And it was just an amazing story, because they'd built it up to be like, I think they'd won it the best restaurant in the world the second year running. And the chef, it's an amazing story, because he went through losing his taste buds and everything and recreated everything. And the backstories are always really interesting to me with this. It's not just about the food, it's like the story of what they went through. But they'd been running this successful menu for a while, and the guy, I forget his name, I can't remember his name, but he wanted to like change up the menu again and do something different. And then the head maitre d' was like, well, do you realize that like everybody that's coming is they've never been before, so they're not going to know. You don't need to change it up. And he just turned around and he says, yeah, but what about us? What about them? They're in the kitchen. So it was obviously becoming like repetitive for them. So they were losing the love. They built this thing. They'd had a big following, and it was getting more and more people coming in. And even though they could have just repeated that, and all of the guests would have been amazed and not knowing, he was just like, what about us back there? What about what we're doing? And I just love that statement. And I guess that's that's just come up today for me. Just then, really talking about this. I don't want to. I'm just going to keep letting it evolve, and it just feels really good now. I was kind of putting maybe some pressure on myself to come up with something amazing, or come up with some format, come up with some recipe. But I guess I'll just keep experimenting, and then maybe it might be like I'll have like 10 5, 7 different things that I could be doing on a day. Like if it's a food day, it might be more focused on the food. Maybe I'll do a lesson that's a bit linked to one of the nonconformity company projects or a part of it. Maybe I'll just profile a nice day out and sites. Maybe I'll talk about a book. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it flow out now and just put no pressure, and that feels really good. I don't really care about the numbers right now. Obviously, I want them to grow, but I want it to grow when we've got the businesses ready in the background to take the traffic. And I'm really predicting that the next month we've got a new schedule that we're going to try, and we're continually adapting and evolving our life and our motorbikes. Yeah, we're continually adapting and changing. And so next month, after this month of rejuvenation, repairing and healing, we're feeling good, you know, we're feeling like, yeah, wow. Feels like home here, really. Feels like home, feels fantastic. But looking forward to the next place. It looks like something out of Game of Thrones. So we're going to trial the new schedule that I've talked about a little bit, where I'll work 6 days a week, 9 till 12 in the morning. We'll have Mondays or maybe Thursdays. Maybe we'll switch our Monday Magic Day to Thursdays because that's the market day and they're good to go in the mornings. Although there are some evening markets going on in and around Avignon, where we do no tech and just flow with the day. So 6 days a week, working 9 till 12. And then one afternoon, Emily will go off by herself. One afternoon, I'll go off by myself, and we'll have a little time to reflect and write and journal or whatever we want to do. And so, yeah, I'm going to have a little session on Monday where I go and just there's a little bit of admin I want to take care of, a little bit of connecting some software, and I just want to kind of look on all my documents on spreadsheets and task management, and just refresh myself on where I got to, really, because a lot was done, and it's like all the foundations have been set up and more. And yeah, I just want to do that so I can let that kind of sink in. So as we're moving out of here and moving to the next spot, it's not like I get there and I'm like, oh, well, where was I? It's like I'll be primed and ready to go. And I'm really looking forward to it. I love work, I love business. It's really hard to build something from nothing, and I'm trying to build something pretty big and epic. But with a plan to just launch some smaller things first and get those ticking along. You know, I've got a good plan. Chose 12 of the startups to get going. Some of them will be a build as and when, some of them will be a weekly update, some of them will be as and when other people pay. And I talked about this, and I was really getting there to be organized to really go for this. It was looking really good, and then loads of stuff in life happened. So yeah, I think we need to create from us for others, but if you're just doing it for others and it's not ringing your bells, doesn't really make sense. So that's where we're at. Yeah.